How's it going, freelancers? Welcome to a mod build picks video. This one is going to be featuring a community member of the Identity Crisis team, Ludic, and I wanted to ask him what his mod builds for the new freelancer NEV were. And these are as follows: Meowch, Cat and Mouse, Nun, Disc Fever, and Feral. In order, Catarang has Meowch, and Bigify has Cat and Mouse, Mousetrap has Nun, Acrocat has Disc Fever, and Cataclysm has Feral. So, basically, I will tell you right now what they all do. Meowch, for example, does deal 4 additional damage to targets that are hit by a return disc this turn, which is a 3 energy cost. Cat and Mouse from Bigify, if no enemies are hit, reduce the cooldown by 1. This is a 1 energy cost, which is a shard. Mousetrap has none, so we're going to skip to Acrocat, which is Disc Fever. Increase the damage of return disc by 6 this turn, 3 energy cost. And Cataclysm, which has Feral, 3 energy cost. Gain Might next turn, energy cost increased by 10. So, his response to this was basically you take every mod that increases damage so that you could do her 60 damage per target per turn combos. Her Cataclysms that were recommended were Echo Boost and Critical Shot. Critical Shot gaining Might and Echo Boost would allow for an additional turn on Might or any real orb that you got, honestly. But preferably Might. Instead of taking Cat and Mouse from Bigify, you can take Feline Good on Mousetrap, which would give you energy gain. But, just for the sake of it, I decided to stick with Cat and Mouse and Bigify. And I honestly have to say, during this game and many games before it, you do quite well from harassing the enemy. You do quite a lot of damage, because they try to chase you and they obviously get hit from the return disc. Meow's getting that 4 additional damage instead of 12 damage initially when it would come back and hit them, would be instead of 12, 16. And if you have Might, it does way more than that. Using a Bigify as well, instead of 12 damage, it does an increased 8 damage, so it'd be 20 damage. And be 28 damage if you have Might. So she does quite a lot of damage if you honestly have those types of builds. And that is preferably what his builds were in the NEV mods. One thing I wanted to say as well, guys, is that I had stated in my my Freelancer Spotlight for NEV when she was first released, is that her damage was not that high. I'd like to reiterate or take that back. Her damage is quite high. And when she obviously does 24 damage initially, 12 or if not more when returns back, I thought it was going to be a little bit more than that, because I guess I thought I had more, I guess I was a little bit more, I can't think of the word at the time, but I thought as a firepower she'd do more damage. But as for what she is and what she can do on the battlefield, she works quite well, if not a lot better than well. I mean, she does quite a lot of damage. She harasses the enemy team as she should, kiting them to your allies and doing crap tons of damage. So I'd like to reiterate and say that she is pretty good where she is. If not, I kind of hope they kind of buff her a little bit. But she's a great character all around. That's what I wanted to say in this video, since I wasn't able to in my last video for her spotlight. The other thing I wanted to talk about was her ultimate, which is Cataclysm. I do like the Feral mod because you gain Might with it. You don't have to use Critical Shot. You don't even have to use Echo Boost to do it. So, yes, you do obviously take more. You have to use more energy in order to use it. Yes. But Might is way more beneficial to have, and I would gladly have to do 10 more additional energy on use to do more of that damage. So instead of 24 damage, it's 30 damage. And that's for 3 different types of areas as well, whether it be for one direction or 3 different types of directions as well. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about NEV, really. And we do win this game, so it was pretty fun to play with her so far. Anyway, guys, if you do like the video, please give it a like. If not, well, thank you for hanging out with me and checking out the videos. I will be hopefully doing more of these mod build picks videos for the community, because mine kind of really suck. Alright guys, so I'll see y'all later.
Victory.